All right, here with head coach Will Hall on National Signing Day 2016. He's going to start off with some general statements. He'll talk about the fall signing class and what we did mid-year, and then move into today's class. So with that, without further ado.
Yeah, just a tremendous day to be a Wolf. Very exciting time for us as we continue to build this program, going into our third year here with this staff. Can't say enough about our staff, first of all, and how hard they work, specifically in recruiting the state of Georgia and for high school players, and then throughout this whole country recruiting transfers, whether they be junior college or four-year guys. Really proud of the inroads we've made throughout the state, and really proud of how a lot of the Division I signees from this state that go away from home, if it doesn't work out, we've kind of become the place of choice for them. I want to start with our mid-year signing class, just a great class that's already enrolled here. We brought 8 kids in at mid-year that are lifting right now with Coach Curtis and doing a phenomenal job. We really think they bring a lot of talent and depth to our program and a lot of big playmaking ability. And the fact that they're going to be to go through an off season with Coach Curtis and go through spring ball is just an awesome thing. And to also go through our leadership building with our team chaplain, Ben Weber, and get them integrated into our program is going to be huge. Today was a great day. I think we got 19 players total, 3 of them being junior college guys, and 17 high school players, or 17 of them played high school ball in the state of Georgia. 2 offensive linemen, 3 receivers, a tight end, 2 running backs, 5 defensive backs, 3 linebackers, 2 DNs, and 2 D tackles today, coupled with our mid-year class, which was a quarterback, a receiver, 2 safeties, 2 corners, a running back, and a D tackle. So really felt like we hit everywhere, on the class from a positional standpoint, and just continue to add depth. And, with that, we'll open it up for questions.
2 of the names that are going to be very familiar to people around here are Jarvis and Jarrell. Talk about those 2 guys, Carrollton guys that had committed D1 programs that decommitted and are now coming here.
Yeah, Jarvis and Jarrell, we're really excited about both of them. Watch them play and grow their whole career, and it's always good when we can get a guy local. Now it's really good when we can get a guy local and they can really play. And we think both those guys have a lot of upside. I think Jarrell's going to be a really, really big guy one day. I think he's just now tapping into his potential, and then Jarvis can really run, and everybody knows Eddie had a great career at Carrollton. And the recruiting process is tough. Everybody thinks it's easy, but it's tough on a lot of kids, and they had some bumps and some peaks and valleys going through it. But I think they're happy to be Wolves, and we've had a tremendous amount of success with guys that played at Carrollton High School here. I mean, we could sit and talk about that for 30 minutes, and I think that is I think that helped us get them, and man, we're pumped about it.
And another familiar name is going to be familiar to Wolves, to West Georgia fans from a while ago, Austin Barron, and just what he brings from an athletic standpoint on that defense.
Yeah, Austin's dad played here, played on some really good teams here, and does a great job at Heard County. I've got a special place in my heart for Coach's sons, and man, I think Austin's going to be a football coach, and we're excited about getting him over here and getting involved with our secondary with Coach Simons, and I think he's going to be a really good player for us one day, and I think he's going to be a heck of a coach one day, and I know he's excited to be a part of this staff. We got a lot of young guys on this staff that are up and comers, and Austin, man, he'll represent us the right way in a lot of ways.
You mentioned you hit a lot of position points. When you go out and recruit, did you have positions that you felt you needed to get, or did you just want to get the best guys at whatever position that they happen to play?
Well, going into year 3, we've signed a lot of really good players over the last 2 years, so we didn't have a lot of just big needs. That's why this class is smaller than what it has been, because we've been able to sign a lot of good players and retain them. And our academic department does a great job of giving us the support we need to retain our players. And then I think our players are happy playing here, and that's very important to me. We felt like with what we lost last year, we needed to add some more depth in the secondary, which we were able to do. We lost some big-time O-linemen. We're not done recruiting O-linemen. We'll look to add another transfer or 2 there as we go on into the end of May in the summer. And we always look for guys that can't be blocked and can't be tackled, because those guys swing the math in your favor. And I thought we were able to hit on a lot of guys, But for the most part, we signed a great group of high school kids, again, in Georgia, that will get in our program, get with Coach Curtis, get with Ben Weber, and we'll just continue to mold them and develop them and get them bigger and stronger and develop them into much better people as they go through the program.
What's on the recruiting trail? What's the biggest thing you saw different, easier, harder, just different this year as opposed to coming into your first year here?
I think with the high school players and the high school coaches, I think West Georgia was already had a good name within the state. I think we've added to that as we've been here, and I think as coaches, as their players come into our program and have success and have a good experience, it makes it easier. I think the biggest thing we've seen change over the course of time since we've been here is from a transfer standpoint. If it doesn't work out for a young man somewhere, we're usually, if not the first place he calls, we're right there close. And because we got a tremendous place, we got a great town, we got a great administration, and we just got a lot of things going on right now. It's a fun time, to be a Wolf.
How many do you, obviously without them being on campus, it's hard to say. You obviously don't have any trouble playing a freshman right off the bat. How do you try and look at that once they get here and kind of see what they can do?
Yeah, we played 7. I think we traveled 7 true freshmen last year to Northwest Missouri out of 56. We could travel for a playoff game. So, no, 58. So we don't mind doing it. We're about competition. We're in a great situation for a high school player right now because they're going to get the opportunity to come in and play, and that's what we tell them. But at the same time, the pressure for them to play is not going to be on them. So if they come in and they ball and they're good enough to play, we're going to play them. But if it doesn't work out and they're not good enough to play right away, we're still going to be a really good team. And so it's a good situation for all of them. It allows them to kind of relax and come in and just play and do what they can do. And there's no way to know how many of them is going to play right away. A lot of that, it depends on them. But we try not to waste a year on just a few snaps on any of them. But if they're one of the best 60, because we can travel 60 to a conference road game, if they're one of the best 60, the most surefire way to win a game is to play the best players. And so we definitely live by that code.
And obviously the recruiting slows down a little bit, but you guys still, you mentioned the offensive lineman transfers, just some pieces that you're still looking for that might still be added.
Yeah, we always recruit through May and through the summer. In Division II, it's a little different. At that time, is when May hits and school's out, you're going to have a lot of young men that are going to decide they're not happy where they are after the spring semester's over with, and are going to look for a new place. And then you're going to have a lot of junior college guys that sign Division I that aren't going to quite meet those requirements. So we always leave a little room available for situations like that, particularly this year. With the offensive line. We lost 4 seniors. One's probably going to get drafted. The other one was an All-American, and the other 2 split time as starters. So you had 4 significant contributors that we lost on the offensive line. So we will add another transfer to 2 offensive linemen, down the stretch right here. That'll be a really good player and a really good